Hi everyone, welcome back. All right, so I just want to gather some information, see what we need to know. As you know, there are some things that are taking place on the physical, and I just want to jump in and see, what the energy looks like for the Divine Collective at this point. Like, what do we need to do? What do we need to be aware of that's upcoming in the future? Anyway, I hope y'all are well. Thanks for joining me. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. And let's see what we got. Divine Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness. What do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? I heard unfolding events or unveiling of events. So assuming, soon to come. In what regard, Spirit? What does this have to do with the Divine Collective? Please and thank you. I'm getting, is that Sesame Street? Sunny days, taking the clouds away, on my way to where the air is something. So definitely Sesame Street theme song came in. We have to look up those lyrics, you guys. If you're not like an 80s baby, we'll have to figure that out. I might post it on the community tab. What else? So sunny days ahead. Okay, that's positive, right? Sesame Street always brought us to a place to where we kind of forgot about the real world for a moment, right? With the characters, the puppets, just the positive influence all around how to navigate life as a child, how to deal with stresses and learning at the same time. So that sounds like life, right? Or the life as we know it, Divine Collective. Like we know that we're always going to be faced with challenges. Like at the end of the day, people may think that this is just like a beautiful, calm place to be in, which it can be once you arrive there, but it's quite the navigation to get there, right? Yeah. All right. Oh, in the pre-shuffle, we're seeing the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. So we'll keep that in mind as we go. What else, Spirit? Channel energy-wise for the Divine Collective. What do you have? I keep hearing the Sesame Street theme song. Yeah. I have not thought about Sesame Street or had a reason to even think about Sesame Street. So. What else, Spirit? What else do you have for the Divine Collective at this time? Y'all, I hope I didn't throw y'all off. I just posted Friday evening that I was having a $25 reading special, but I hope that doesn't turn you all off in any way. That's just my way of giving back. By not charging like the full regular price that I normally would have, because I haven't done readings in quite some time on like personal readings to the public. I do have those who kind of rely on me, not daily, but I'll say maybe a couple times a week. But like for those who I don't keep in regular contact with, it was my way of giving back. So if you would like to take advantage of that, just email me. It's tarot, TAROT _oracle at Yahoo. And I'll put that in the description. But it's just this weekend only, but there's only one day left today. And I hope that if you feel led, that you would want to take advantage of that. All right, y'all, let's just get some cards out here, see what's going on. All we got so far was the Sesame Street theme song. Sunny days, taking the clouds away, if that's how it is. I don't know. I have to look up the lyrics. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? We were talking about the journey. And basically it not being like all cracked up to what people think it may be. So the conception or misconception of it. Like there's a lot of work that has to be done to arrive at a certain place. All right, y'all, there's a card. I just looked at the deck, but this card flipped over in the deck. But let's see what's going on here, y'all. We have a Page of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, tell me more about this Page of Pentacles reverse. All right, so I'm just showing somebody had a collection of Sesame Street characters on their bed once upon a time, like stuffed animal characters. So if that applies to you, then this reading possibly is something that you're going to need to know. Page of Pentacles reverse. All right, so this is giving me childhood energy. I'll just go ahead and just flow with that, with seeing the characters, somebody growing up with having a collection of the characters on the bed. But the Page of Pentacles is letting me know that there was some sort of loss. I heard loss of will, but it's giving me somebody who's alone a lot as a child, just kind of to themselves. Maybe those stuffed animals were your friends because you didn't have, a lot of kids to play with, or kids at all. Maybe you just kind of resorted to just kind of staying to yourself, like maybe that was your choice if there were other kids around. Something about abusive home as well. So maybe you like locked yourself, or not locked yourself, but you just wanted to be alone, and possibly the room, your bedroom, was like your safe place, like your safe haven. And along with your collection of stuffed animals. Don't necessarily have to be Sesame Street, but we're going with the Sesame Street theme here. But it's definitely like a collection of stuffed animals. But this is like innocence robbed with this Page of Pentacles reverse, with the emphasis on the pinnacle, like being robbed of innocence here. That's what I'm picking up. I'm hearing, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? So escapism. Maybe you're someone who relied on, just wanting to, maybe that's why you stayed in your room a lot and those stuffed animals became your actual friends. But this is going far beyond where I'm even saying verbally right now, because I'm already at, this is chosen energy. But, of course you would not have known that then, but possibly you're processing it up to this point where you are now as a full grown adult, that you were awakened a long time ago. It's like you came here. I heard treasured just now, and that's crazy. But anyway, treasured, because that came out in someone else's reading. Treasured, finding out the treasure that you are, or if that's within you, or it's divinely your right to be a treasured individual. I heard pro bono. I don't know what that means, y'all. I know I've heard it. I've seen it written down on paper, pro bono. I wish I knew the textbook definition of that right now. But if I feel around the energy of pro bono, it means you're good. Like, don't worry about it. Put your money away. We got it. It's pro bono. It's on us. That's the energy behind it. Even though I'm not sure if that's what it means, I'm just giving you the energy. Like you were good from the jump, but something that occurred around you, innocence lost is what I heard, whatever that was. You were robbed as a child. But let's get into the cards and see why we're being, because a lot of us might share this story as divine ones, like how our upbringing, right? It seemed like we had everything we needed, but there were still, some things, like there may have been some neglect. There may have been, I'm hearing like attention span, something about attention span. Maybe you weren't getting the proper attention that you would have necessarily needed nourishment-wise from your parents, nurturing-wise. So you resulted to being alone a lot. And you may have had friends, but you really found peace with yourself or by yourself in your room, your bedroom, with your stuffed animals, your dolls or whatever. And I heard companions just now. So that's just confirmation for the collection of stuffed animals or whatever. But that whole, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? That escapism pretty much ruled over your life. Why we're having this conversation? Let's keep going. I feel like it's an intent behind this to let us know that we were never alone. And I say we. We were never alone. Even though it may have appeared to others that we just like to be alone or we don't want to be around other people. We're going to find out why we're even here. Let's get to the cards, y'all. All right. I don't know, there's like a sadness creeping over me. I don't have any reason to be sad right now, but it just came over me. Um, but I'll take it as I'm just meeting someone where they are, or we're on one accord right now. So if you were that person with the collection of stuffed Sesame Street animal, or not animals, but puppets, characters, then let's get into why you're here watching this video at this time. All right, where do we want to go? I don't know. I'm gonna start here with this Five of Wands because that's presenting to me conflict. But we were kind of talking about innocence stolen or robbed. I think what was said. Uh, it gave me an energy of, I'm hearing the door is closed to the child's bedroom, but it's like constant fighting outside of the bedroom, inside the home, but outside of the child's safe haven, their bedroom with their stuffed animals. But it's like a lot of arguments, fighting, bickering going on. I'm hearing confusion. I even heard I didn't get the phobic, but I heard claustra, and I just assumed it was going to the phobic, but I never heard the phobic part. So I would want to know the separation of what claustra means minus the phobia. Claustrophobia. What does the claustra mean? Closed in spaces, right? But the phobia being afraid of that closed in place, but that closed in place, wow, that closed in place. There's something about what would have feared others did not fear you. So others would have, okay, so that makes sense. There are people who would look at your situation, or, as a child, always being confined in your bedroom with the dolls, with the stuffed animals, or by yourself a lot. They would fear that. They would actually be fearful of having to be in that situation, but that was your safe haven. Wow. Okay, got it. Because I guess through your eyes, it's you. This is what you do. You might still do that as an adult, so it doesn't bother you like you've always done this, even as a child. But it's like other people could never. Like, they were like, what? You didn't have friends? You never had sleepovers? You didn't go over people's houses? You didn't go to the such and such parties? And no. I just never wanted to. You might have been invited certain places and you just declined, but a lot of people are buying into that now. I don't know if it's just a trending thing to say you don't want to go, or I feel like they don't want to go because it doesn't feel the same like it did before. But you're somebody who notoriously turns down stuff. Like, you've always just rather have been alone. And it's not that you suck when you're around other people, because people actually enjoy you, but you just rather like, I just want to go home. I just want to be at home. I've always been this way. And you don't need to explain yourself, but people on the outside are like, wow, how? They're wondering, like, and they don't know you to know like your history, of course, of you being a child up until adulthood, and how you've never had certain things or been certain places or whatever that is, or you just didn't get involved. And people would not be able to kind of understand that, like, to break it down to understand that, because they don't know what that's like. I spent a lot of time on that, y'all, for some reason, but let's get back over here to this Five of Wands. But the conflict, I was seeing hearing the bickering, arguing, but I'm just seeing that one bedroom, the child's bedroom, and nothing else matters in that whole entire house but that bedroom. Let me see what's underneath the Five of Wands. I don't know why my voice is getting shaky right now. So this has to do with throat chakra energy, maybe the expression of you being okay, or maybe not ever having the voice to let people know that you're fine. I heard weirdo. Maybe people think of you as a weirdo, or maybe you're projecting on yourself that people might think you're a weirdo. But I feel like that just has a lot to do. Okay, so I'm being reminded of the claustra minus the phobia. That weirdness, I'm hearing, became your protection. That's what I just heard. Wow. Y'all, that could go so many, like that could go down a whole new smooth paved road of goodness in itself. Just you being alone being your protection, and even you being protected. So you ultimately, you were protecting yourself and didn't really even know it or know to acknowledge it in that way. You possibly know now, or maybe at this point with that throat chakra thing, with my voice getting kind of shaky, is causing you to speak out. I wanted to say speak up, but out came. Speak out. So that means defending yourself, defending your actions or non-actions, even as a child. So you're basically showing up for yourself, for your little 5-year-old, 6-year-old self. You're showing up for that energy today. That's a beautiful thing. Because for me, that would give an energy of, it doesn't matter how people, what people thought it was, it is what it is now. And you're here to declare that to the people, whoever the people are. The people could be family members, the people could be whomever. Like anyone can get it, but it's not coming off as like a nasty energy. You're showing up for your 6-year-old self. 6 could be significant because that's the number I keep getting. I heard rewind the time. So you would have to, think about the year, like take a specific year and think, what were you doing around that year? Who was I then? 1985. Who was I? Because that just came up. And nothing's random at all. All right, let's get to the bottom of why we're even here, y'all. So, okay, behind the Five of Wands, that was the conflict, the fussing, the fighting outside the bedroom door, like constant. Look, we have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Swords. So the Eight of Cups has to do with someone walking away, but the Five of Swords be like, oh, no, you're not. The Five of Swords is like somebody, I'm getting vindictive energy from the Five of Swords. Like, I'm going to always have my eye on you. I'm going to always make sure you're trapped. I'm going to always make sure you remember. I'm going to always make, this Five of Swords is giving me somebody who wow. Woo. Wait a minute. Let me slow down. Because this energy right here is the main purpose for this Five of Wands conflict that was in your life that you tried to shut out. The escapism, the Sesame Street theme song, the collection of friends, stuffed animals, you being locked in the bedroom, or not necessarily locked, but that was your retreat, your safe haven. Because on the outside of those doors is giving me somebody just went away, left with this Eight of Cups, but they left the cups behind. So they left you to deal with, okay, as your adult self, as you're navigating, because we were told you're showing up for your 6-year-old self. So at this present date, or soon to come, you're finding yourself, I'm hearing regression. You're finding yourself having to, I'm hearing conquer. So you're defeating whatever this Five of Swords said. I'm going to remember, I'm going to make sure you this or that with this Five of Swords energy. Like, I got my eye on you. I'm going to make sure, like, this person is like not wanting you to forget. It's very selfish of them, but the forget is like the ... Forget what? So you might have a lot of questions now as an adult as to why the 6-year-old self. Like, what was going on around that time that was causing you to retreat, the escapism? And now possibly with the regression coming up with the Eight of Cups, you're starting to, it's bubbling up to the surface possibly. Like things are now being like separated or categorized. You're able to see a little clearer. Now that things are getting organized in regards to your emotions, you showing up for that 6-year-old self is coming together. but it's pointing at a main character, and I'm calling them a character, but someone in your life, possibly a parental figure, could be a family member, somebody who's closely involved with you, that as your child self would have caused you to, it's giving me an energy of pullback. But they're here to remind you to never forget, but it's not a good never forget. It's projection is what it is. I'm hearing that they are holding on to. So the fact that they weren't able to heal or whatever they needed to do in their life's journey, they're still carrying that. And this person still being involved in your life is still throwing that at you. But you're showing up to take care of whatever this is. That's where we're headed here. Let's get to what here is in the heart of the reading. That's why this is coming up. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Now, I want to mention that this card here, I was looking out the window as I was shuffling, but this card turned itself up in the deck as I continued to shuffle. But I was able to see that I had a card faced up, and it's this Justice card reverse. So I want to talk about this or get more information. Spirit, tell me more about this Justice card reverse. Show me. I heard in this lifetime. I heard cease and desist. So that's a form of shutting someone up when they're speaking truth, or you don't want them speaking out against you. But for me, it says you're guilty. If you send a cease and desist to someone, you want them to stop talking. You don't want them to blow your cover. You don't want them to put attention on you. But why? Why is that? So why go through the whole formalization of getting a lawyer, having them compose a threatening letter, because that's what it is. They're threatening to do something to you if you continue to talk. That's what I heard with this Justice card reverse. So somebody's taking the law into their own hands. You know what that means? To me, this means this person who I said this Five of Swords, who never healed, they never worked through their own junk in their life. The cease and desist has a lot to do with them not wanting to address it. They would do anything to try to shut it up. But that further lets me know that on their journey, they tried that. They tried everything that they could to keep you from speaking out or basically putting the bullseye on them. I'm hearing in my mind, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Because your childhood self, had you not matured into, your spiritual journey, you would not even be thinking in this form of matter of, what happened? Why did this happen? Why am I like this? Why? You wouldn't even be questioning any of that. You would have been going to the parties, showing up here with all your friends, doing this. Oh my God, I wasn't invited. Oh, I'm so hurt. Like that would have been your life, right? But you've never been that person. That's what we went through in the channeling and spent a lot of time on. You were never that person. There was always something special about you. You didn't know that, but I bet you those adults around you knew that. They knew that. But it was all set up from the beginning to make you always remember. Remember we heard with the Five of Swords? Their job was to always make you remember or never forget. That's a difference. I could say remember, but to never forget, that's like, period. They don't want you to ever forget. But that's the projection that they were putting on you as a child. But now as an adult, you're showing up for this child. And now you see. Now you understand. Right? It was a setup from the get-go. Yes, it was. Justice card reverse. Yeah. Innocence robbed. Didn't we hear that with the Page of Pentacles reverse? We sure did. Yes, we did. Mm-hmm. So I'm being brought back around to know exactly who this person is. That's crazy, right? All right. What else we got here? So above this Justice card reverse. And I have to say too, by way of me mentioning that the card flipped over in the deck and I didn't notice it because I was looking out the window. Whenever that happens to me, that means it was there all along. Like it was the obvious signs were there all along, but it took you going through. The process was mentioned, like getting to this point as an adult of recognizing, understanding, understanding, however you want to put it. Everything's categorized now. You're able to see clear and understand why you are who you are. But it was there all along. This person never wanted you to know. That sounds so crazy. Because especially if it's a parental figure, like why would you not want me to rise to, I want to say stardom even, like just being in a position to not carry on these generational curses that have been handed down and across and over the family lineage. Like if you knew I was a special person or a special seed that was here to promote truth and growth and better days, why did you try to stop that? Why did you not want that to happen? Oh, because all the arrows would have been pointed back at them. That's why. That's why. All right, so with the Two of Pentacles here, it's on the side. So I'm hearing neither here nor there is what I'm hearing. So that means to me that this is not really affecting you to where it could have damaged you. Like we were told in the channeling, you've been doing this as a child. This is you all day long. This is nothing. This is not a trend for you because everybody else is trending with the I don't want to go, don't invite me. You've always been that person. But it's not like you just like, no, I don't want to go. It's like you just being in your own shell, your own corner, your safe place. I don't think you let it bother you. You didn't let it didn't get to you. That I don't know what other way to explain that, y'all. If you're part of this reading, you're relating to the message, and I don't need to explain it. But it's those who I feel like are like, well, what does she mean? Because this doesn't apply to you, obviously. And not to be rude, but you probably are that person to say that, ooh, I could never do that. Oh my God, I would die if they didn't invite me here, or I couldn't, buy this or be here or whatever. Like you would be like majorly affected. Like your emotions would be all torn up. This person, the Divine Collective, never that. Never that. It was already understood. It never had to be explained. Is what I'm getting at here. And that's what I'm getting with this Two of Pentacles. The energy tying into here is neither here nor there. It didn't matter. And I feel like being brought here with that understanding that, that stuff is not going to matter. You were already in tune with that. Yeah, so what? I mean, like, and other people were like, what do you mean, so what? Like, you're not upset that such and such didn't invite you, or you're not upset that you don't have, a lot of people around you, or you're not upset that you're always in the house, or you're not upset that you have a collection of stuffed animals that are your friends. No, I mean, no, it is what it is. So you weren't really hurt by even this parent projecting on you, which you had no idea was happening as a child. Even in your teenage years, you probably didn't. Obviously, it had to build for you to get to the point to where you are now as an adult, to show up for the child that, oh, boom, okay, I got it. I see, I understand, I got it. You just gave this person a hell of a lot of passes growing up. A hell of a lot. And I'm hearing out of respect. All right, so we have the World card here. It's in the reverse, so I'm feeling like, well, I'm hearing there's more work to be done here, but isn't that the journey? There's always work to be done. So that reminds me of what I was saying with people thinking the spiritual journey is like a lot of glitz and glamour, and it's not. And then the Sesame Street lyric, Sunny days taking the clouds away. You know, that whole thing with the escapism tying back into childhood. Like, this has always been this way. It's nothing new to us. You just learn to navigate through it. You learn to where it's like you just dust your shoulders off, like, okay, so another one bites the dust. Who's next? What's next? What you got for me? I'm ready. World card reverse. But not to negate that this isn't part of your destiny, because the world card energy is still showing up to let you know, yes, this is part of it. But reverse means, you know, it's never ending. To me, it's like a full, like, wash cycle. Wash, rinse, repeat is what this world card is telling me. Let's see what these three cards are that are connected to the world card reverse. Let me turn them over, because obviously they're face down, so that means it's like what we don't really see coming or have a full digestion of, right? Ooh, wow. Look at here. Look at here, y'all. We got an Emperor reverse. Okay, I heard mass casualty. Emperor reverse. Number 5, change, but it's reverse. We were talking about being here as a chosen one, as a child, even adults around you identifying that you're different, like being here to make change, to not have to carry generational curses again and beyond even your existence, like your children's children's carrying that curse. You were here. I heard to present the divide. But this Emperor reverse energy by way of the change, and it's saying like it's a no-go. This person being in control. That's what we're talking about, control, right? This person saying they're gonna make sure you never forget with that 5 of Swords, the control. But it wasn't a healthy control. I mean, is control healthy at all? Maybe. It depends on how you look at it. If you're trying to control God, no, that's a no-go. And that's what I'm getting here. This one just trying to control circumstances, trying to control lessons, trying to control everything, money, even on the physical. But they're in reverse. That's improper. It's an imbalance. This person shows up as an emperor and wants to be regarded as and respected as, but their actions are less than the emperor's ways. So this is someone who thinks that what they say is gold. Like, you should, just because I said it is true, or just because I said it means you should do it. And you possibly believe that. I'm hearing as a child. So again, this is somebody who would have been in your life in this position. But now we know it's a position of control. I'm being reminded of when I heard mass casualty, because at the time, even when I heard it, it was given like an energy that possessed specific individuals. But if you think about it, wouldn't that energy possess individuals that were guardianship rulers over your life as a chosen one, which was identified by said adults to try to stop that? Doesn't that make sense? Of course it does. It should. It should make sense. It's never free and clear with this. But you've been hip to game since a child. You were here with that, all of this being in mind. So why wouldn't they put the one who's in charge of you by way of guardianship to try to prevent the change that you ultimately came here to do and be a part of? Again, they knew who you were. They knew that. You got the Page of Wands reverse. This is giving me like actions that never stopped you. The Page of Cups, wow, y'all, this is an emperor with 2 pages underneath it connected to this world card reverse. How many times have you been around this circle? How many times, world card reverse, have you been around this circle? That's what when I said wash, rinse, repeat, this is what I was getting at. But it wasn't me, of course. I'm just a messenger. But I'm just saying. draw this to a conclusion. Look, page, innocence robbed. That's the other page. We got 3 pages out here. So to close, bring this to a close. As a child, page energy, as a child, you came here equipped with everything you needed to get the job done, but you've had that one character, I never said person, but character in your life to try to stop you, prevent you, make sure you never forget with this strife energy of this 5 of Swords. I got my eye on you. It's the energy. Don't blame it on the person. I don't want you to go attacking. I know you won't because you're a divine being. You wouldn't do that. But it's not the person. It's not them per se. It's the energy, right? That's if you're not focused on just that, that's a start. Don't blame the person. All right, y'all, that's what I have. Hope this helps. Thanks for being here. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.